I just got back from Midwest Gaming Classic, so let's talk about how to get the most out of your convention. I'm going to gear this towards a video game convention, but really this can apply to other conventions too. Just kind of apply it to your own niche, and yeah, let's talk. First things first is you got to pick your convention and then make a schedule. Don't underestimate the power of a schedule. I did that myself because I just figured, oh yeah, I'm going to remember to go to all these things, and then I missed some stuff. So make your schedule, figure out what events you want, figure out what time you need to be there. That includes getting to the venue on time for when it opens. And yeah, have fun. That schedule is there to help you. And speaking of schedules to plan ahead for, let's talk about buying. There's going to be plenty of vendors at whatever convention you're at, whether that's art, video games, card games, board games, comics, whatever's there. Make a plan. Usually at conventions, this is where the good stuff comes out. The good stuff costs money. So know what you want to buy ahead of time and know what you want to pay as well. For example, you can see my haul back here, and my primary target was Super Mario Strikers. And while I found it and made sure to find it right away when the vendor hall opened and got the price I wanted, after that I was a bit lost because I realized I had a list of games I was looking for, but I didn't plan out ahead of time what to look for next. So it's not just planning what games you want or what you're looking to pick up, have a list of priority as well so you know what to go to next. Speaking of all those vendors, maybe this is just the case for video games, but stay away from the really large ones. If they have a huge social media following, if they have a large store, if they're really well known, there's a chance their prices are higher than everybody else's, unfortunately. At least with my experience, I won't name names, but there were several vendors that were at least 15 to 20% above fair market value at Midwest Gaming Classic. And everybody I bought from local mom and pops. Maybe they were just there selling their collection. Maybe this was the one show they did every year. And all of those vendors, which maybe wasn't as well thought out, but they had the better prices. I found a lot of good deals by making sure I go to those smaller vendors over the well-known ones. And that actually kind of leads into another point where you should bring cash. If you want to save money on these conventions and make sure you're getting the best bang for your buck, bring cash because it's a lot easier to haggle. When you go up to somebody and say, hey, I'll buy those 3 games right there for $40, and you say, I want to pay with a credit card. When you use a credit card, that eats into the vendor's profit. The credit card company usually charges a fee. If they're using a specific platform, they might charge a fee, like Square charges one, just a straight, I think it's like 90 cents or whatever per transaction. And all of that adds up. Whereas if you hand them cash, they don't have to worry about any fees whatsoever. So make sure you bring sufficient cash to wheel and deal to get what you are looking for. Also, if you're going to buy handheld games or something that, is easy to test, bring something to test it with. For example, I had a Game Boy Advance on me, and honestly, I should have tested my cartridges better, but I did test some of the more expensive ones to make sure they worked before I purchased them. And if a shop owner isn't willing to let you test the cartridge or, use a screwdriver to open it up, for example, like SNES cartridges need game bits, you should probably pass on that cartridge if they're not going to let you do any of that stuff, because you want to make sure you are getting an authentic cartridge if you're paying an authentic price. For example, at the last convention I was at, unfortunately, there was a vendor that had fake Super Nintendo games. I was able to tell right away before I even opened it. Things like plastic screws, the wrong back on the cartridge. Very obviously a fake game, but he was selling them at full authentic price. And hopefully nobody fell for that, but they're out there to make a profit, and sometimes there are some bad vendors to be aware of. Besides buying, there's a lot of things going on at your convention. There's a lot of tournaments, a lot of games. I spent all of Friday at the Midwest Gaming Classic just playing Magic the Gathering, not even looking at video games really. So make sure you find everything there is to do and talk with people. Talk with other people there. And there is valuable information there to be had. Whether that's condition on games, whether a vendor has something you're looking for. I talked with multiple vendors who had like a favorite game for sale, and we talked over it, and I even bought one of those, which was Final Fantasy 3 back there. My last thing here is don't be afraid to talk to that artist or streamer or semi-celebrity or cosplay person. Again, these are people with the same interests as you. They do want to talk to you. They want to know that, like, hey, I like your costume. Hey, I love your channel. Hey, I love the streaming stuff you do. Or even some of the people I talked to at the convention, I asked for advice. I said, hey, what's your favorite editor for videos? I had another guy approach me and say, hey, you look familiar. And then I was like, yeah, I have a streaming channel. And we talked about it a little bit. I'm a relatively small streamer, but I had enjoyed having that interaction, and they enjoyed that interaction as well. So don't be afraid to talk to those people. I think one of the coolest people I talked to was Caleb from Phoenix Resale, and he's just a super nice guy. And I got to see his interactions and see how he was filming stuff for his videos. He's just a super cool guy. So remember, talk to these people. They are friendly, well, at least everyone that I've talked to, and just have a lot of fun at these conventions. So what do you think? Are these tips going to help you at your next convention? Is there anything I missed? Let me know in the comments down below. Let me know if there's something I didn't cover you're interested in, and hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel, and we'll catch you next time.